His Excellency the Vice President of Uganda, Edward Sekandi, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, Bat Katurebe, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya, the Right Honorable Prime Minister of Uganda, Rakana Rugunda, His Highness the Omukama Bunyoro, Omukama Iguru, the Honorable Ministers, the Honorable Members of Parliament, all the other leaders, Ninyo abantu ba Bunyoro muruho kurungi. First of all, it is my pleasure to launch an NRM paper. You know, NRM decided to become dumb, not to speak. Abayinire bakafoka ebiteta tibabaza. Ebiteta omurinyo baketachi mutatarkubaza. Kibobu. Bakafoka abayinire bakafoka ira ebibobu. Tibabaza. Abantu abaine kyokubaza tibabaza. Abatene kyokubaza nibo babaza. Baitati naba ba NRM barugireyo nabo nibagama nibagonza kubaza. Batandikaho ihuriro ryabo nibariyata public lands. Enda biromu yokororamu atuna mukisa gwange okubanjurira ihuriro rya NRM riri hano nibariyeta public lands. It is my honor to commission an NRM publication known as the public lands. I was telling the people in the local language that NRM became dumb. Aba NRM bafuka kasiru tibogera. However, now they have decided to speak and they have launched a publication known as Public Lands. So it is my honor to commission it. I was not fully informed about these celebrations that it would be here in Masindi. If I had been informed, I would have brought a proposal that we postpone it and hold it here on the 20th of February instead of today. In that way, we would have really highlighted the importance of Masindi to the NRM struggle and to the struggle of the people of Uganda. This was because on the 20th of February, the NRA scored a big victory here, led by General Saleh. I had your minister there. I don't know who confused her, giving some incomplete facts. The operation was commanded by Saleh, and there were other commanders who were there. I don't know whether they would, if we had arranged, we would have introduced all of them. Mugume Chaga, the one she mentioned, was one of the intelligence people who reconnoitered the barracks. But there was another one who was more important than Mugume. This is Kaka. Kaka, recently I appointed him as Director General of Intelligence. That operation was really a turning point for our struggle. This is because we captured a lot of equipment here, and we were able to turn the course of history of this country. Therefore, I am happy to be here in Masindi with all of you to celebrate the 26th of January, the capture of Kampala, but also celebrate in advance the anniversary for the victory of Masindi on the 20th of February 1984. Ningoza kwebaza abantu ba Bunyoro abakwa mukatusagika muno omubulemu bw'okwecungura mukekala mutusindikira abasirikale mukatuha ebyokulya mukatuha amakuru niko kurora tukasobora okusingura obulemu bwa ebiro 20 kwa kabiri kinananena n'ebiro 30 okwa mukaaga kinananena hoima. Kandi obulemu bwagenzire mu maiso mwayongera kutukonyera kutuha amakuru niko kusingura obulemu bwagarukireho. Obulemu bwa Buhimba Junction, obulemu bwa Biso, obulemu bwa Birembo kuri Bugangaizi, obulemu bwa Dima oku hei na Karuma. Mwebale muno abantu ba Masindi mukatukonyera muno. In these coming years, there are many, as usual, many government plans. And I cannot speak about all of them because then I will compete with the State of the Nation address and with the Minister of Finance presenting the annual budget. I will just summarize the 4 or 5 important areas of emphasis. The first point is that we are going to go from being a mainly importing country to a country that is exporting. This is one of the major targets of our plans now. As of today, we are earning $5 billion in exports of goods and services, but we are importing $7 billion worth of goods and services. This point I emphasized during the State of the Nation address last time, but I can't fail to repeat it here. If you look at what we are importing from all those places, these are mainly products that can be made here. The government is putting some money in the Innovation Fund. We are putting some money in Uganda Development Bank. We are putting some money in the circles. This money is meant to contribute to that effort of local processing and manufacturing. Items like shoes, like juices, like soaps, like textiles, furniture. You can imagine Uganda is buying furniture from China. Can you imagine? Furniture, entebe, ito abantu abarhe na budongo hano, nsigaho entebe za budongo za kulete za China. Ekyo kitwara sente ekyo nakyo, sente za hewa. All those items we will and can be made here. And that is what is called import substitution. But in addition to reducing imports, we are also going to increase exports. The other day I was asking for some land from the Minister of Lands. I hope she will get me that land, because I want to build a shade for a workshop and a display room. What do you call it? A showroom for my furniture people at Zambia. Those people at Zambia, they can make any type of furniture you want. Recently, I gave them some machines called common user machines. And they are doing very good furniture now. But it is all on the roadside. And as you know, the Waganda say, Ensibambi ekolaki? Ensibambi ekolaki? Yes, because when, even the one who wants to buy, when you find on the roadside, these are local people. But the chairs are very good. If we were to put them in a good showroom, you would see the sales would go up. And what I'm planning for the people of Zambia must be done for the people of Kubiriao, that road junction there. Also, those people are just there walking in the sun. Kubiri, wait, Kubiri. And then the ones of Chireka, the same, just in the sun. And then so all these people are manufacturers, but they must be assisted with common user machines, workshop centers, and showrooms, so that we eliminate this shame of importing things from all over the place that we can make here. Usanga n'abantu bose bagenda uko aheru kugurayo amasoke. Isoke yo muntu nabo bagenda kugura aheru. Kandi abanyoro bakazareira abana barungi b'amasoke marungi bakabazareira. Bitota abantu bagenda kugura amasoke nagwa aheru. So that's point number one. Import substitution, export promotion. The second point is that we are emphasizing pumping our oil from the ground. We discovered this petroleum in 2006. That was before Ghana discovered their petroleum. For them, they went quickly and started pumping out their oil. However, for us, we went slowly, and there were reasons for that. These oil companies were playing around with us, but now we have agreed on all the major points. We have agreed on how much oil can be recovered from the ground. We have agreed on the refinery. We have agreed on the sharing of the oil. We have agreed on the pipeline and where it should pass. All those major points have been agreed. And later on, it became important to work on the roads that must be strengthened in order to allow the refinery equipment to come and also the pipeline sections to come. With the refinery equipment, we already had the roads through the east. Tororo, Mbare, Soroti, Lira, Kamudini, Pakwach. Also, the railway through Soroti, up to Gulu, up to Pakwach. That line is old, but we are going to repair it, and although it is moving slowly, it can move whatever you want to move up to Pakwach, and then it floats down by water up to Butiaba and the other places where it is needed. So therefore, for the refinery, for the drilling equipment, because you must have drilling rigs that drill into the ground to get the oil out. That route is already there. But we need to strengthen the road. The road from all the way up to Kamudini, it must be strengthened. It is a good road. Much of it is new, but it was not designed to take very heavy equipment. So we must strengthen it now. That's why the other loan of the World Bank is very important, so that we strengthen the road all the way from Tororo up to Kamudini. However, on the side of the pipeline, when after a long analysis, we decided to use Tanzania rather than Kenya, we have now to work very quickly on a number of roads which we have always wanted to tarmac, but because of inadequate resources, we are always postponing them. However, now they must be done in order for the pipeline sections to be transported from Tanga to wherever they are needed. And these roads we're already working on Kigumba, Masindi, Hoima, Kaboya, Kagadi, Chenjojo. We're already working on that. And in some sections they have already started for tarmacking. We had also started tarmacking Mubende, Kakumiro, Chibare, Kagadi, Ndaiga. That one also has already started. But there's a road that we must now work on. This is Kakumiro, Nkondo, Narweyo, Buhimba, so that it links with the one of Chenjojo and the one of Kakumiro. That road is important for the pipeline, but also important for our history, because when I was going to meet Sare after attacking Kabamba, after being lost in the mountains of Butorogo, through the whole night, eventually we emerged onto a road, and we stopped the vehicles and we crossed. And I said, what do you call this place? The Banyoro told me it was Nkondo. So I'm very happy to see that this road now will pass through the Nkondo, where God smiled on us when we had been lost in the whole night in the mountains of Butorogo. So that road now will be part of this network. Kakumiro, Nkondo, Narweyo, Buhimba. Then on the other side, I wanted to take a shortcut from Chienda to Chigezi to Madu. However, the experts said no. For you, you know how to look after cows. You don't know much about the roads. They said, that road you are talking about from Chienda to Madu is short, yes, but it has got a high gradient, and it will not be suitable for the pipeline sections. Then I said, which one do you prefer? They said, we prefer Rusarira, Kabamba, Nkondo, Makore, Rumegere, Ntutsi, Sembabure. I said, oh, those are the emisimu yabayisenkuritwe niwe batwereyo. I said, because that is the road I followed when I was going to attack Kabamba. So if you want to make it historical by tarmacking it, thank you so much. So that road is not going to be tarmacked, and it links with the roads in Rakai and Tanzania, so that we bring the pipeline sections and construct the pipeline. So therefore, in these coming years, 3-4 years, apart from okuruga hakugura abari kwiragura bikara ne bagura ngo murimo gwabo bagura amasoke kuruga Bulaya, bagure ngoye kuruga Bulaya, bagure nkaito kuruga Bulaya, kuruga Buchina hati bagura China, bagure ebirago byo kusitamaho, bagura emotoka, bagura computer, inyombo ikara mugura imwe tumutunda. Umuntu arukugura konka nagura konka arigeze hararyari aruguda hararyari. Ata mbasabira ya Uganda, yes, mugure tugure enyonyi ebintu by'amani enyonyi nembunde zinde zikugenda hara kutere bya hara kuri baitu necho tutunde ngoye emyenda nemotoka nazo tuzikora emotoka nazo nshija kugikora kira tukagikora ira cyaserura sente zo kugiteka mu nkora bitu tukamara kugikora emotoka tujya kuzikorera hano emyenda tugikorera hano ebi amasoka bagoza amasoka gukongera amasoka gutwina nago tugakorera hano ebi byo kugura esagama ekatwamu ukasanga sente yitu ikara negenda hansi habwenki abako tugura muno tugura dora ekyo nimbasaba tukigureho oburemu okwikara tugura tutarukutunda ikintu cyarahanga icyatugambira mu kitabo cyo kubanza ruhanga mu kitabo cyo kubanza ba bishop barahari mu kitabo cyo kubanza akatugamba ngo tureme ibintu ibihanga byatuhire akakora ibintu yakora ibintu bihangirwe ahanyuma yakora umuntu yambwa amatu oreme bino ebinkozire. So ekyo kubanza okutunda, selling, not just buying. That's the campaign we are encouraging now. Secondly, kyakabiri amajuta gaitu garugeyo umuyitaka kandi tukore cyone kikwetagisa amajuta garugeyo. In order to implement this, we have implemented budget cuts, 10% from all budgets. And please, I don't want arguments about that issue. omanye nyo inkara nchureire buli omu abaza ajuma Museveni musuru takumanya byakukora nyo nchurera. Wetu omugurusi kwakurugayo omugurusi nasobola okukureetera ekizibu akigambo kino ekyesente zitusazire ekyo mukireke. I don't want any arguments about that, because we must do the roads in order for the oil equipment to come, so that the oil comes out. When the oil comes out, this begging will stop. When the oil comes up, we shall have our own totally independent financial base. Because remember, even when the oil price is down, the oil price is now down at $50 a barrel. According to my Ichibaro, that will give the Uganda government an additional $2.something billion new money, even when the oil price is down, and even when the oil companies are still recovering their money. When the oil prices go up, that money can go to $4 billion. This is new money. In addition to whatever we are having now, that will be additional money. Now you can see the money we have been borrowing from this group, from that group, negotiating. Then when you are already moving, then the loan is stopped. Then you must start. All that nonsense will stop. So please, everybody, let us get our oil out and the gas, and let us do everything possible to realize that. The third issue, which is ongoing, is Operation Wealth Creation. That one, you know what it is aimed at. Sometimes I hear people going off and talking about so many other things. The aim of Operation Wealth Creation was not to handle all problems in agriculture, or to handle all problems in industry. No. Whenever we carry out a census, they inform you that only 32% of the homesteads in Uganda are in the money economy. But Uganda, Ntamaka, asatu na abiri gonka, hariburu kikumi. Nuko gatwara mutawana ogokuserura sente, amaka nkaga na munana hariburu kikumi. Bo basigaraho bagwegegire, barima ebyokuriya byonka, beti ebyokuserura sente bakabyeganyira. Amaka nkaga na munana hariburu kikumi. Aho noho obunaku burukuruga. Amaka garukuserura sente mu Uganda okuya butwatanka kubara abantu 2021 n'amaka 32 hariburu kikumi. Amaka gasutamire kwonka nibakurura nibarime ebyokuriya byonka, amaka nkaga na munana hariburu kikumi. Hati unoka aho norime ebyokuriya byonka kandi n'obundi tokuruma birukumara, kandi oyine bya sente ebirukubanja, urasobora ota oyine abaana, oyine abajukuru, noto watandikire eno abanyankole bayeta ehururu abaganda bakita kawefube omuliyo bakibaza bata kurungi campaign kalitango niyo hururu campaign okay ejo kalitango ejo nkagitekaho habo abantu bari amaka gari nkaga na munana hari buri 10 agar burorera yukora sente tebarukufayo kandi kugenda mbyaro kono kirora unja kusanga omuntu muguda omu abandi bona basutamire I would therefore like to appeal to you the leaders, do an audit and say, in this village, this parish, how many homesteads are there? How many of them are active in food security and commercial agriculture? And how many of them are still sitting on the sidelines? The other day when I went to Ruero, there was my parish of Maware. In our parish of Maware, we found that about 1/3 of the homes had now joined the campaign. I'm going to go back and see how far they have gone. Now, that's what we should do everywhere. Everywhere you, the leaders, instead of endangering yourselves by putting money in your pocket to give to people, which is not sustainable, you carry out the audit. The government can launch a campaign for all of you to engage in commercial agriculture and food security. How many homesteads have joined the campaign? And how many of them are still outside? So that we really push, and maybe in 2 years, we make sure that all the homes in the rural areas are engaged in food security and also commercial agriculture. In the urban areas, we need different solutions. There are also solutions for the urban areas. One of the solutions is what I'm telling you, to assist the groups which are already engaged in artisanship and small-scale manufacturing to improve their work. There are other solutions, supporting their circles, doing per-urban agriculture, and so on. And the urban youth can help us with the other campaign, the one of reducing imports and increasing exports. Because by assisting them, they can manufacture shoes, they can make sweaters, the girls, they can do all this small-scale manufacturing. That will be the work of the urban areas. Now, number 4, on the roads for the oil, I forgot the road from Hoima, Biso, Butiawa, Burisa, Wanseko. That is also part of those roads. But it is part of those roads that are going to be constructed by cutting 10% from all the budgets. Government people, stop traveling abroad. What do you go to do abroad? Abroad. Eh? Abantu banyu bari baserera kyahero. Nywati ngizera hano nirika kisozi kunkutunga akasaha ngendo wange umute zange. Ibyo here bitu bigoza kungenda here nibyo kuri bindemo. Nyonyi kara nindi akaro nindi ebitoke enyama tirya migati inyo ndimo muri migati mugigonza muno yotindiya migati abanyankore bakabatariya migati imigati nibyo kuri by'abayungu umuceri nibyo kuri by'abahindi by'aba China n'aba bantu bo nyonka remera abyo byange nyo naremeri kungenda heru mbona muno ndio ubuceri ndio imigati ni juzenda. I don't like traveling outside unless I have to. Rich people like traveling all over the place. That takes money. The Prime Minister really should control as far as the executive is concerned. These people who are traveling outside should be controlled. So that we save money and we concentrate on these roads, like the one I have added on. Number 4, we are continuing with the infrastructure. That's what we are doing well, and we are continuing. I came from Kiso this morning. I saw them working on the Mpigi, Kabasanda, Kayenje, Mpenja, Kanoni, Kabarasoke, Madu, Zimbabwe Road. They're working on it. The other day I was in the north. Our people are working on the Oruyo, Anaka, Kochigoma, Gulu, Chwero, Atanga, Achorubur Road, up to Musingo, through Kitugum. We have also got money to do Ruenkunyu, Masindi Port, Apache, Lila, Ogur, Puranga, Kona Kirak, Achorubur Road. So we are continuing with the infrastructure. The road infrastructure is continuing. We have already finished the road from Arua to Oraba, the one from Muguru to Nimule, all those are finished now. The road from Hoima to Kesotonya, Ejekahoira, the one from Fort Portal to Bundubujo, to Lamia, Tingonza Kubajwaya. I don't want to tire you with what has already been done. I saw although I had not followed very closely, that some money has been got to tarmac the road from Ruwero to Chikubanimba to Magoma to Kiwoko to Butarangwa to Ngoma. I was really very happy because I had not followed it very closely. It seemed somebody was working on it, and I was very happy to find it in the list. So that is continuing. Karuma here, the dam is being worked on. Isimba is being worked on. The roads, the electricity are continuing. We are now starting on the railway. So that one is moving very well. And that is emphasis number 4. These are the emphases I thought I should highlight today. But emphasis number 5 are the social factors: education and health. The other day I was engaged in a big conference with our scholars from the public universities about the curriculum. We are still continuing how the curriculum should be reformed. But of course, you know that with education, we still have a number of gaps. Gap number 1, our manifesto pledge. Every parish must have at least one government primary school. In some of the parishes, those schools are not yet there. There must be one government primary school per parish. There must be one government secondary school per sub-county. There must be one government technical school per constituency. Once we fulfill that, then the other battle is to make sure that the teachers stay near the school, building teachers' houses. So that the teachers don't have to stay in the Mizugo. Teachers should stay near the school. Because one of the discussions which is going on in the curriculum reform is the method of assessment. How do you assess children? Do you wait to assess them at the end of the term, at the end of the year? What they call summative assessment in their bureaucratic language? Or do you have continuous assessment? What they call formative assessment. But in order to have, in case we opt for the other one of assessing not only at the end of the term and the end of the year, but you assess along the way, then we cannot have a situation where one teacher is handling 80 children. There are too many for him to do continuous assessment. That means we need more infrastructure, more teachers, and the teachers staying near the school so that they can have more interaction, even if the school is day. On the side of health, the challenges are more or less the same. There must be a health center 3 per sub-county, a health center 4 per constituency, a district hospital. Some of the districts don't yet have hospitals, like Burisa. Burisa does not have a district hospital. I know it. But also the houses of the health workers. The other day when I ambushed some health workers at that place near between Mpigi and Entebbe, they were staying in, one of them was staying in Jinja, coming to work in what they call the place, Nakauka, and the other one, Kasanje Nakauka. Someone was staying in Jinja. When I accosted her, why are you staying in Jinja? I have nowhere to stay here. That's not a good excuse, but you could not totally dismiss it. Of course, for us soldiers, you see the UPDF soldiers, we stay in grass-thatched houses and we fight. We went to Somalia, and we were able to deal with a military situation which had defeated some other people. Who stay in grofers. For us, we stay in grass huts and we do our work. But for us, we are committed people, we are freedom fighters. Not everybody is a freedom fighter. So in the planning, you must deal for our Bapakas-minded people. Maro abantu baitu abaine ebitekerezo by'ekipakasi nyondo mpakasi ningoza sente nyingi mwamutasasure sente nyingi tindu kukora mutampera ahantu hokurara harungi tindu kukora. Okay, those are employee mentalities. For us, I'm not an employee. I hear some people saying that I am their servant. I'm not a servant of anybody. I am a freedom fighter. That's what I do. I don't do it because that I'm your servant. I'm not your servant. I am just a freedom fighter. I'm fighting for myself, for my beliefs. That's how I come in. I'm not an employee. If anybody thinks he gave me a job, he's deceiving himself. I am just a freedom fighter whom you thought could help you also. So therefore, in our planning, we can take advantage of the freedom fighters who can work for, regardless of the conditions. But we should bear in mind that the majority of the people are employee-minded. Bategereza kipakasi. Abo tubombekera amaju turore kibaraye kwase kindi. With these few words, it is my pleasure to congratulate the Ugandans on the 31st anniversary of the NRM victory, and thank everybody who has made a contribution either before or after the victory of the NRM in 1986. And I want everybody to know that all those who contributed either before or after, they are all freedom fighters. We had elections in 1996. We had elections in 2001, 2006, 2011, recently 2016. All this time, NRM was winning. The people who were voting were not only the veterans. The veterans don't have enough numbers to give the president of Uganda 6 million votes. All those 6 million are now freedom fighters. Because, yes, you fought, you are the veterans, but when you brought what you brought, we also welcomed it. And by welcoming it, we also became part of the process. So I need also to advise the veterans, because sometimes Abarwan, yes, you fought, but if these people had not welcomed, you wouldn't have sustained what we did. Should be very careful about that talk. Don't be opportunistic and exclude people. Oh, we fought. Where were you? No, I was not there, but now I have come. So, mureke kubinga abantu baitu, mureke kubingisa abantu ururimi rubi. Tukarwanira ekintu twakiresire abantu bakigonza, bona abakigondeze, bona abantu baitu abantu batukonyera okutwara mu maiso. With these few words, again I congratulate you and I wish you good luck.
I want to thank you so much, Your Excellence, for those words of wisdom, and I will continue thanking you, Your Excellence, to continue guiding us
Aroho muntu wenyeverwe. I forgot somebody. You know me, I don't write speeches, so I forgot the speaker of the Iyara. Come here and they see you. Come here. Iyara is the East African Legislative Assembly. So this young man, Chidega, is the speaker of Iyara, because I addressed all the others. The master of ceremony had not seen the Omukama. Omukama had come, and the Omukama is too big not to see. But I also forgot this big man. The IARA is the East African Legislative Assembly. This is the small parliament of East Africa, of Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and now South Sudan. There are some MPs from East Africa. You come here if you are there. Now, some of these are not very interesting because these are Ugandans. But there is Tanzania here. Come here. Wasalimia kwa Kiswahili.
Wakubwa zangu, shikamoni. Wadogo zangu, habari za leo. Maaskari wote, hongereni sana. Mmefanya gwaride zuri. Asante, Mheshimiwa Rais.
This one is from Burundi. Can I speak in Kirundi? They can hear these people.
Banyantoro mwese ndabarukije amahoro. Jewe ndi Murundi mugabo ndi mu East Africa no mu Buganda ndi Muganda. Murakoze.
Now there are these maybe they can also greet you. These are funny people like this one here.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I equally greet you. I'm Mokasa Fred Mbide, the Vice President of the Democratic Party and a member of the East African Legislative Assembly. I thank you very much.
This is not a bad DP. That's how the NRM supported him. He said, Maraga genda yo tulabe ekyo nakola.
Nawaletea kusalimia kutoka Afrika Mashariki. Jina langu naitwa Susan Nakauchi. Ombaka mu parliamenti ya IARA. Mbagaliza omwaka mpya ogw'emirembe. Heri ya mwaka mpya. NRM oye! Mutyo muno abantu babonyoro mwebale kwija mu bwingi amabara gange ninyowe dora bya mukama akiki mwebale muno kandi mugume na NRM mwebale muno. Thank you.
Amotu cheke danomi NRM. Aniga Chris Opoka Okumo. Pati mi chapaching kama NRM deo IE.
Kodeyo basebo ni banyabo amaina ninze Bernard Mulengani nchikira Uganda mu lukiko lw'amawanga ag'ebuvanjuba mwisuke ino tuka ku mazaalibwa ga NRM mwisuke ino mwebale ino era mukulu president kuendeza ebisanda kamala
oyo omusaada aide kukoba bulungi.